Hello everyone, Jana here, welcome back to my channel. I just had filmed a video and I decided not to upload it because, well, a lot more happened with the finger on the phone app, the finger on the app 2 challenge with Mr. Beast. I'm not getting back to where I was filming because my leg is asleep and I just need to sit on my couch, not the floor. So a lot more interesting things have happened. Let me recap my experience. I was in the competition for an hour and a half. I don't know how I lost my first life, which is weird, so it could have happened when I was in the bathroom. I don't know. I didn't even see myself lose that life. I just looked and suddenly it was gone. The second time I lost, I believe one of my fingers brushed over the phone for a split second. And then the third life I lost, my finger wobbled, so I can kind of see that. And then the third life, the final life, because you get four chances. I didn't even get a chance because when I put my finger, as soon as my finger hit the screen again, it took me out of the competition. So, and that was the only finger that was on it. So that was, that's my experience, and that happened within the first hour and a half. Several hundred thousand people were kicked off even before it began or right in the first 10 minutes. Other people are saying that there's a glitch, obviously, with the lives. It's been disappearing for people or reappearing, and I kind of think that's why I lost the first life. Like, it just randomly disappeared, like, random. But I don't know. I'm not going to have them look into it because, first of all they're really saying is that it's your fault on anyone's end. But I was watching a stream and one of the guys still had all 3 lives pretty much throughout for 8 hours, which I thought was kind of weird. I was like, okay, well, maybe you're just lucky, because I never want to believe that the competition is rigged. And I was even saying that in my last video. Oh, it's not rigged. There are a lot of variables. There are so many variables that can happen. And that's just what it is. But it's wild to me that you could see this other guy lose his, obviously the phone was having some issues registering his finger. And he still had 1 life left, but it took him right out of the competition. And then this is what's prompted me to scrap that video and do this, was just like, oh, you had a good run. You were in it for like 20 hours. But, it must have been the oils on your end from your finger. And yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah, the sweat, obviously, and whatnot. But he still had another life that he didn't get to use. Yeah, he had a good run, but I mean, now it's been 21 hours. And just under 200 people are left. It's just so wild to me. This whole thing is just so wild. Like, I've seen people lose, someone said that they lost from just plugging in their phone, that they were taken right out, which and someone posted a clip of the developer saying that, oh, it's not going to last very long. So that's really weird. Like, I don't want to just say, oh, everyone else is just a bunch of sore losers. Yeah, there are sore losers out there. But I'm more baffled by this guy had a life. And that's kind of what happened to me with my last life. Like, I put my finger back on the app and it's like, you're out. And I'm like, for what? I think, I don't really care. Obviously, the odds are stacked against you going into something like this, especially since there was almost 2 million people trying to compete. But and someone else claimed, oh, you're not a developer, so developers can't predict every scenario. This is true, and neither can people competing, but still, this is just so wild to me. Like, yeah, I'm not saying that oh, it's all Mr. Beast's fault, and all these games, and everything is just, it's rigged, but now I don't know anymore. Like, that's just really what stuck out to me, because I deleted the video because I was like, I'm gonna get so much hate for that video, because I was like, yeah, I don't think there's a glitch. No, I didn't say that. I said, yeah, I think there was a glitch at first, but now I'm thinking even more so, even more into it. Yeah, there are definitely glitches, but just to say someone who was in it for 20, I mean, yeah, I get it. You kind of sweat, the oils from your finger kind of get messed up and mess up your touch screen display on your phone, which is why my mom hates phones, hates touch screens. She's always hated touch screens. She hates smartphones. It's like, but this whole thing, man, I don't even know what to, I'm exhausted. I don't need to yawn. But I sat half an hour trying to do my other video, and now it's like, this whole thing is so wild. I don't know what to think anymore. I was like, yeah, I still don't think it's rigged per se, but like, I do think something's going on with the whole thing. And I don't know. I do hope whoever wins does need the money, or, because what you hate to see, and my mom pointed this out to me one time, because we do buy lottery tickets, but like only it's not something like we constantly do. Like during Christmas, she'll get, the whole adult side of the family. This happened when I turned 18. As soon as I turned 18, I got lottery tickets in my or scratch tickets in my stocking. She gives us scratch tickets in her stockings for Christmas, and every once in a while, yeah, we'll play the lottery just because it's like, oh, it's so much money. But my mom pointed out, what happens most of the time with the lottery is like the rich just win it anyways, because they buy so many tickets, so their odds are very much increased. And she says that's what annoys her the most about it. And that kind of what annoys me too about competitions like this for like $100,000 is like, it's life-changing money. And while I don't need it desperately, it could definitely help me out, because I want to move out of California, and at this point I don't think I'll ever be able to, because I do work a minimum wage job, and honestly, I like my job, but I also am kind of, this year has burnt me out more than in the past years, because I've been working in childcare for like 7 years, and this year is absolutely the worst of it. And I mean, I like my coworkers and whatnot, but also like, I'll be fine, but like, there's other people who just need it. There was one person saying that they have to leave their situation at the end, at the mid-February, mid-April. And I was like, yeah, I want this person to win. This is someone who generally needs it and who could do great things. And I'm just like, yeah, I kind of want to see this person win. But then it's like, a lot of times, especially in competitions like these, the person who wins most likely will not need it the most. And you hate to see it, but it's because I like a good underdog story. It's like, oh yeah, this person could do, needs it a lot. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. I just get a headache thinking about this competition, because there are things up. There's things going on. I don't blame Jimmy, because he's just hosting it. He's hosting it and he's the one giving the money. I blame the developers. And yeah, they can't predict every situation, but you would think that they could have a list of rundown of like the 1,000 most common scenarios. I do think it's a mixture. I do think it's a mixed bag of the developers, and that's why there's a glitch. A lot more people than they expected and perhaps tried to. Which, it's a Mr. Beast competition. You gotta expect at least 2 million people to try. Which, yeah, almost 2 million people did. Mainly because a lot of people forgot. Let's see what else. People's internet connections. I do think that did play in with some people. Not everyone, but I do think that happened to some. I legitimately do think that happened. Uh, I do think, yeah, some people's internet, or their touchscreen being finicky. I do think it's a mixed bag now, especially more so after this person lost. I do think it's a mixed bag of things on either ends. And I don't know. I personally don't know. I'm not a developer. I don't blame Jimmy. Like people are like, ah. But I do think it's a mixed bag of everything that's going on with this. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I will say that. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. Like I said last time I checked, just under 200 people were left, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to go get ready for my family dinner. I'll see you guys later. Bye.